Okay, what if the greatest symbol of honor was actually a weapon of control? Today, we're diving into Masaki Kobayashi's 1962 masterpiece, Harakiri. Now, this is a film that looks like a classic samurai tale, but then it completely flips the script and becomes one of the sharpest critiques of power you'll ever see. The whole movie, the entire movie, is built around this one devastating question. It's a story that takes the most sacred idea of the samurai, their code of honor, and just turns it completely inside out. It forces us, you and me, to face this really terrifying possibility. What if honor is just a fancy word used to keep people in their place? So, how does a takedown of an entire system even begin? Well, it's not with some huge clash of swords. It starts with a quiet, almost unnervingly polite request. A request that is going to unravel everything. Picture this. We're in the sterile, perfectly manicured courtyard of a powerful feudal lord. This is not a battlefield, okay? This is the very heart of the establishment. You can almost feel the weight of tradition and hierarchy in the air, where every single move is calculated and every word is a risk. And into this super structured world walks a lone, masterless samurai, a ronin. And he makes this absolutely shocking request. He wants to use their courtyard to commit seppuku, which is ritual suicide. The tension in that moment is just, wow, you could cut it with a knife. And you have to understand, in the samurai code, seppuku was considered the ultimate act of honor. It was a way to atone for failure or to protest some kind of grave injustice. It is a deeply significant and very violent ritual. So this Ronin's request to do it right here, right now, well, that's the spark that lights the fuse for the entire story.
But here's the thing. As the story starts to unfold, it becomes so clear this is no simple request. There's a hidden agenda here, a story that absolutely has to be told before any blade is drawn.
So our protagonist is a man named Tsugumo Hanshirō. He seems calm, he seems respectful, but trust me, he is there for a reason. The film brilliantly uses flashbacks to just peel back the layers of his past, and little by little, we start to understand the tragedy and the injustice that brought him to this courtyard in the first place. And this is where the film's real power kicks in. It turns into this slow burn mystery. We, along with the clan elders, are basically trapped in this courtyard, forced to listen to Hanshiro's story. And with every single flashback, the painful truth of his mission gets clearer and a whole lot more heartbreaking. You just cannot talk about this film without talking about the lead actor, Tatsuya Nakadai. His performance is, and I don't use this word lightly, staggering. He carries the entire weight of the movie, playing a man who is just simmering with this cold, righteous rage that's hidden right underneath a mask of dignified grief. So all of this incredible storytelling, it's all building towards the film's brutal central theme, a head-on collision between the ideal of honor and the hypocrisy of the people who preach it. This is the core of what makes Harakiri so absolutely fearless. It's not just telling a story, it's making a powerful argument. It's arguing that the whole feudal system, with its rigid codes and its demands for blind obedience, is fundamentally hypocritical. This chart really gets to the heart of it. On one side, you've got the ideal. The samurai code is supposed to be this noble thing, all about honor and virtue. But what Hanshiro's story shows us is the reality, that it's just a mask. Behind it, the powerful have twisted the code into a tool to protect their own reputations and to hide their cruelty and their lies. Now, I'm not going to spoil the ending for you, but everything, and I mean everything, builds to a climax that is both a stunning piece of sword fighting and an absolutely devastating emotional conclusion. It's the final, powerful statement against a system that cares more about appearances than it does about actual human life. But the story is only half of it. The way this film looks and feels is just as important. Every single shot is designed to reinforce its powerful themes. The film is shot in this gorgeous, stark black and white. Every single frame is composed with this almost geometric precision, and the editing is so ruthlessly controlled. There are no flashy camera moves, just this steady, unblinking stare that creates a haunting, almost suffocating atmosphere. You feel like you're trapped in that room with those characters. And this visual style isn't just for show. The rigid, formal framing, it perfectly mirrors the rigid, oppressive social structure the film is critiquing. That stark black and white reflects the absolute, unforgiving nature of the samurai code.
It is a perfect marriage of form and content.
So when you put it all together, the gripping story, the powerful themes, and the masterful filmmaking, you're left with something truly, truly special.
Yeah, for all of these reasons and more, it's considered an undisputed 5-star masterpiece. The film just works on every single level. It's a gripping thriller, it's a heartbreaking human drama, and it's an intellectually fearless piece of social commentary, all rolled into one. And that's really the key takeaway here. Even though it's set way back in the 17th century, Harakiri is about something totally timeless: the danger of blindly following tradition and the hypocrisy of institutions that demand sacrifice from the powerless just to protect the powerful. Believe me, it feels just as urgent today as it did back in 1962. So, it leaves us with a question to chew on. The film holds a mirror up to the feudal system, for sure. But it's also asking us to look at our own world. Which of our modern traditions, our own codes of honor, do we follow without even thinking about it? And who do they really serve?